Hello everyone and welcome to Danganronpalapse with Alzroy Galcon. We're continuing the journey of Echo Pine as he was trapped inside this mansion. And yeah, we met a bunch of characters. In fact, I think every one of us is here trapped in this mansion, a total of 10 of us. And yeah, let's continue on with the story. And if you do like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you will not miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. Yep, here we go. Oh, it's a phone again. I opened my eyes at the sound of the alarm. In my personal room, I sat up from bed and took in the surroundings. So, the events of yesterday weren't part of some kind of strange dream. My personal room that I initially thought was luxurious and comfortable now felt oppressive. It wasn't mine. It could not be, since this mansion we found ourselves in was for ultimate students. I was reminded of my mediocrity and let my head fall back on the pillow. I don't want to see everyone. I grumbled and drew the covers over my head, uselessly trying to wheel away the shame of yesterday. Oh, there's a knock. I heard Ashley's muffled voice through the door.
Good morning, Echo. Just coming to check on you.
Oh, just give me a minute, I'll be right out. After getting properly dressed, I met Ashley outside my door in the living quarters hallway.
Good morning, Ash.
We walked casually down the hall to the foyer.
You sleep alright last night?
Yeah, I slept alright considering.
I hope you're not feeling too down about this whole situation.
I'm still coming to terms with it, but I'm feeling a little better after getting rest, and besides, everyone has been really nice.
That's good to hear. You've always been good at bouncing back.
You know, I'm kind of worried that Ashley is going to be the next Maizono Sayaka for some reason. In the foyer, we were met with two other students loitering outside the dining hall.
Sorry, I'm not a morning person.
Neither am I, but I'm really curious about the door.
The door seems scary.
Good morning, Say, Lai. Good morning. Let's investigate to our best ability, yeah? You seem better, Echo. Nothing's a good night rest can't take care of. True that.
Yeah, morning. It's weird. I'd be having dinner right about now, but I'm waking up instead.
Huh? What do you mean?
One of my watches is set to my hometown time, and it says it's 7:40 p.m. Sunday, 6th of December.
7:43 p.m.? That's a 12 hours difference from now. Oh, I guess we are in America then, considering that this Danganronpa setting took place in America. Oh, sorry, not the Danganronpa setting, but the person who made this Danganronpa was from America. So yeah, so was from America. There you go. Oh, the date checks out. I was just thinking that the winter solstice will be coming up in about 2 weeks or so. Assuming we're somewhere westward from Say's date, today will be Saturday. I guess since we're all from different places, the time for certain people will be a little different. Even so, all our alarms were set to the same current time, so we'll eventually end up on a uniform schedule, right?
Yeah, like recovering from jet lag. A bit unfortunate for those with larger time differences though. Winter is too cold, but the New Year is fun.
So, where we go? Oh, to the dining hall. In the dining hall, the familiar warm aroma of fresh bread wafted through the room. My sense swayed in comfort. I guess. Pandora placed a basket filled to the brim with freshly baked delicacies at the center of the dining table. Good morning, you two. You've been working hard, huh? Of course! I had to get an early start if I wanted to indulge you all with some treats to beginning this morning. I felt the sweet and savory fragrances seep into my body, the warmth of a sun-kissed, dewdrop-covered morning. The smell alone was sublime. Such a lovely setting. Yeah, it will almost be a shame to eat it. Almost, we will not be doing Pandora justice if we did not enjoy it. Aw, you're too kind. Help yourself. That's alright, we'll wait for the others. I sat at the dining table with Ashley and waited patiently for the rest of the class to arrive. The rest of the class filtered in and we began to help ourselves with Pandora's treats, as well as beverages provided by the automated menu. After we all settled in, Missy stood at the head of the dining table to begin the discussion. Good morning all, I trust you all have a good night's rest. Our topic this morning will consist primarily of the problematic nature of the foyer's front doors. We will also be investigating the rest of the mansion for any other exit that might have a similar mechanism keeping us from going outside. You might split into groups or investigate as individuals, but if you find anything at all, please utilize the digital clock found in the room you're in to relay a message. Relay a message? The digital kiosk can do that? Yes, I discovered it with Cyrus before we retired to our rooms last night. As it turns out, the digital screens are not just for displaying maps or the specified function it provides in its resident home. It functions as a remote messaging system between all the digital kiosks in the mansion. For example, it can be used to communicate between the first floor to the second floor, and we can assume further floors as we gain access to them. It's a rather rudimentary feature though. One will scan their bracelets on all screens across the mansion to unlock the feature and type using the on-screen keyboard. You cannot send to the specific recipients, however. Once you complete and send the message, it will show up on the screen for about 2 minutes before deleting itself. For the most part, the messaging system is used to translate the voice announcement to text for those who are hard of hearing. This mansion is truly all-encompassing in its endeavors to accommodate all. And that is precisely we must investigate the reason the mansion itself would cause its residents harm. The group unanimously agreed. The meeting concluded as we finished breakfast. Everyone decided to split up and search the one room themselves. Are we going with Ashley once again? Or can we choose to go with someone else? While I was still deciding where to go, Lyle approached me. Hey Echo, would you mind coming with me to investigate the foyer doors for a moment? Huh? Why me? Because you were the one who experienced the shock firsthand. I was wondering if we could go back and retrace your steps and find clues along the way. I guess we could, but in all honesty, there's not a lot to retrace, I don't think. Nonsense, there's no harm in a second look with a fresh pair of eyes, yeah? You might see something different this time around. I guess we will go back to the atrium once again and then going to the wall climbing room. In the foyer, Missy was already doing her own investigating, intensely staring at the walls. So, what exactly were you doing yesterday? I thought carefully about what I was going to say. I didn't want to tell anyone that I had been worrying about not having a talent which led to my reaching for the door handle in the first place. I thought I'd be the outcast if others knew I wanted to run away. After the welcome announcement, I was feeling a little tired from running around earlier that day, so I went backwards downstairs to my personal room. And? Like I said at dinner last night, in passing I was curious about the dog and wanted to go outside. Is that so absurd a reason to want to reach for the door? Whoa, no need to get defensive. I was just wondering if you saw anything suspicious along the way. Suspicious? Canon immediately came to mind. Forte said she just left me collapsed for him to take care of. Why did she flee after I collapsed? I guess that she didn't want to get blamed, Echo? I can't really think of anything at the moment. I guess I'll have to dig a little different. I guess I have to dig a little deeper in the scene of the crime. Thanks, Echo. I'll investigate on my own from here. I don't know that I help all that much, but you're welcome. Lyle went over to the door and inspecting the surroundings, carefully tracing the paneling for any hidden mechanisms. In the meanwhile, I was curious. I wondered if Forte could help me figure out what went on with Canon's disappearing act. So we go to meet, not Canon, then Forte. Forte was, unsurprisingly, in the theater, inspecting the backstage area. Hello, Echo. Doing well, I hope. A little worried about the electrocuting door, but fine nonetheless. Excellent. I wish for you to keep your spirits high despite the scare. Should you need any assistance, I shall offer my services. Yeah, about that. I wanted to ask about you yesterday. I thought you might want to know more. However, the truth is as so. What I told you yesterday is all the information I have. I see. I admit, I didn't expect much more than what he told me. The story seemed straightforward enough, especially considering the emergency. Maybe you could tell me if you noticed anything odd? Forte paused. I suppose there was the trifling fact that Canon fled up to the second floor right away. It's strange. Had I been so startled by such an event, I might have retreated back to my quarters on the first floor instead. Upstairs, huh? Other than Canon fleeing the scene, I can't particularly think of anything to note. I suppose the whole ordeal was quite frightening. Okay, so Forte saw Canon escaping. I thought that Canon simply escaped the moment we got electrocuted and Forte discovered it ourselves. So I guess that's not to be the case. I'm sorry, Echo. I know that it's a dire situation, but honestly, I'm not particularly equipped for this sort of thing. The mental hoops and note-taking required of an investigation are much too overwhelming. That's okay, I appreciate the thought, and actually, that little tidbit helps. Does it now? Bravo for figuring something out. I guess we have to find Canon then. What she does before we got electrocuted. I made my way through the foyer, past an intensely focused Lyle and Missy, and up the stairs to the second floor. At the top of the stairs, I saw the digital kiosk light up, displaying a message on screen. Hi! Hi, Climbing Center. Well, it's certainly working. I paid no further attention to the message and continued on. Oh, you have to see Art, I guess? See what's happened to him? Where could she be? I toured down the hall past the jazz club, climbing center and spa. However, my search came up short. Where's everyone else though? I do wonder, like, where's Ashley? Where's Connor? And where's Ashley as well? Upon entering the atrium, I saw her sitting by her lonesome in the center. Canon. But before I could confront her again, a ringing sound played and an announcement followed. It's now 9 AM of the second day. Please make your way to the second floor atrium for a special announcement. What now? The few students that were already on the second floor made their way over quickly. Ashley, Art, and Cyrus. Hey, did you all see my message? Yes, hello right back at you. Cool, it works. Well, at least we discovered something from Art's larking about. Oh, that's the wrong voice. I don't know what I need to press the previous, what I need to look at the previous dialogue, but anyway. The rest of the students from downstairs arrived shortly after: Lyle, Missy, Forte, Say, and Pandora. Now what could this be? Maybe some third floor open up? That might provide helpful. I haven't found much on my end. Whatever it is, can't they just use the message system thing instead of making us walk all the way up here? With all students gathered in the atrium once again, the bronze globe projected an emblem. But this emblem was different, and the voice that announced the following was different. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you've been enjoying your special vacation away from it all. This voice was more high energy, like some sort of radio host or sports announcer. This is an extra special announcement for the students with us today. You've been cordially invited to play a heart-pounding, soul-searching, excitement-including game. You've been cordially invited to play a heart-pounding, soul-searching, excitement-inducing game. A game? That's right, a game! And not just any game. This is the beyond universal, glamorously popular game that many students like yourself get the privilege to play. Why yes, it's the mutual killing game. Mutual killing game? Ah yes, the mutual killing game, a game of hope and despair, a game of allies and betrayal, a game of cause and consequence. It's also thrilling. Yes indeed. You are all gathered here today by your own volition to participate in the festivities. To sign up for the Preservation Project is to sign yourself to this exclusive game of life and death itself. Upon hearing that detail, I saw the other student faces go pale with shock. We were all thought to be gathered in a place of safety. That idea was apparently a farce. What is happening? My cry was futile. The announcement was completely automated and the horrible things it was saying didn't stop. This delightful game will take place over 7 days in the very halls you explored just a day ago. If you like to leave earlier, then follow this one very simple rule. Kill a fellow student without getting caught. Trying to leave by any other means will result in consequences, as some of you may have learned firsthand from a little jolt of discovery. Although I can't see why you would want to leave anyway. Inside, there's a wrong sentence. Although I can't see why you would want to leave anyway. Inside. Although I can't see why you would want to leave anyway. Inside, you have all sorts of lovely accommodating amenities. Live a luxurious life within these wonderful walls. That is, if you can survive. If you kill without getting caught, the ultimate prize, an amazing prize befitting an ultimate student, awaits the victor. I know, it's a lot of information to take in at once. We will allow you to absorb this information for the remainder of the day, so relax in the spa lounge, go climbing. But tomorrow, the real fun will begin. Oh. Okay, so I mean, that isn't exactly fair, doing well for Ashley. I mean, she's the ultimate jockey. I guess she's the one trying to get out first. I mean, considering she needs to take care of her horses though. Oh boy. I don't know if anyone else, can we actually look at the profile card for anyone? I forgot the controls already. Yeah, the announcement ended on one final disgusting note before cutting out. The class was in absolute shock. No way, it can't be. Wait, what is this? A sick, twisted joke is what it is. Everyone was murmuring amongst themselves. There isn't anyone who will take that dreadful announcement seriously, is there? Pandora voiced the question at the back of everyone's mind. How could one? It's merely an awful jest.
There's no way any one of us could commit such an act against friends.
Who said we were friends? Oh, please, Lyle, don't be like Damon now. You won't be getting far from this one, though. Who knows? Maybe one of you is the puppet master running this stick. This is turning out to be more interesting than that diffuse and electrocuting door puzzle. This ARG is fun.
Lyle, what on earth are you talking about? You think this is a game?
What else could I be talking about? I'm the ultimate puzzle master. Yeah, but the puzzle master, I don't think that involves your life being threatened. Being a participant here is simply a test of my skill. I'll figure this out. I'll figure this puzzle out yet. Don't worry. And watch as he is going to be the first victim. The rest of us were paralyzed in the atrium. The immense gravity of the situation was oppressive. No one said a word. Eyes was anxiously darting around the room to see who took this announcement seriously and who didn't. To think, just this morning we were having a communal breakfast. The atmosphere was unbearably heavy. I stood there in a cold sweat. I was dumbfounded. It was a killing game, specifically targeting ultimate students. Who are you? I can't see you. So this is Canon, this is Lyle, this is Ashley, that's us, Echo, this is Seikono, R, Missy, Pandora. I don't see these two though. That's 8 of us, so that's 10. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 8 of us, but couldn't remember the other 2. It was selfish to think of this during a moment where our lives. It was selfish to think of this during a moment when all our lives were potentially in danger, but I really didn't belong here. Yeah, what's his name? The ultimate charisma? Oh, with prologue. What's in the middle? I think that's how it ends right now. Is this supposed to be the opening, I guess? Oh, yes, this is the opening after all. Oh, okay. Let's see. I mean, there's only 10 of us, so this opening shouldn't take way too long. Ooh. Go. Oh. There you go. Ecopine. Oh, Zero? Oh, I've never seen that character before. Missy, Seikono, Cyrus. Oh yeah, that's a name that I will try to remember his name. Ooh. Ashley, Canon, Forte, Pandora, Lyle. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, okay. I guess that there's some foreshadowing there. I guess that we are all friends, that we all met each other 2 years ago, I guess. Oh, okay. You may now view the student roster from the main menu. So if we look at the menu, so, oh, there you go, that's the roster. Let's see. Can we? Oh, so we have to tap. Sorry, you have to click on every single one of them. Okay, so Arturo Campo Piano, Ultimate Golfer. Oh, he's 162. Wait, what's this? Why does? Is it supposed to be like the next one? Something like that? Height 162. Birthday December the 2nd. Likes frog sci-fi movies, swimming, rope trees. That's the thing that he dislikes. He was previously at the AA Academy. I guess this is a flower because there's a Bouvardia. I guess I never heard that flower before, so yeah, maybe I have to do some research after this session. Oh, I love the way he made the A in the signature. I love it. Okay, Pandora. I still have no idea how to pronounce this name. Asper. I have no idea. If you know French, then please correct me in the comment section down below. So 165, August the 5th, vintage telephones and tropical birds. Just like, wait, you are the ultimate baker and you did not like cheese? That's interesting. I mean, I guess she is lactose intolerant? But that doesn't make any sense. If someone is lactose intolerant, like that person could not consume any kind of, milk, butter, all that sort of stuff. At least that's so far as I'm aware. Or she was homeschooled, I guess, by her parents. I guess. What's this thing? Maybe we could control it by. Oh no, that's the. Okay, never mind. I'll take a look. Oh, hang on, let's look it back again. So Seikono, what's that signature? I mean, okay, that makes sense if she was Japanese, like Japanese person. They didn't know the term signature, well, at least in a way that Western people does. I remember there was a YouTuber who discussed this, who also came from my country, and he said that if you put signature like the one that you see right now, like what Pandora did or what Arturo did here, for us this is a signature, but for Japanese people, this is a bunch of nonsense basically. So you have to, if I could remember correctly, this one, you have to spell your name and then you have to get a stamp to verify that's you who write the signature. So yeah, Seikono, 165 centimeter, June the 12th, umbrellas and cats, being rushed at lemon. Okay, being rushed is justified since she's the watchmaker. Well, what's this thing? Why there's Pandora's face in it? I guess this is some sort of relationship. Like if what Pandora thinks of her and what Sei thinks of her, I guess this will be revealed later on. Purple hyacinth is her flower. Okay, Kanon Ota. Yeah, she's Japanese. Birthday October the 4th, likes jazz music and botanical gardens, dislikes humid weather, dust. Oh, her flower is actually marigold. Marigold is actually one of my favorites flower. Okay, we just like Naegi then. Ultimate, we have no idea. Dislikes wild berries. Oh, that's us. Forte Solo. Krause skiing. Galix. Okay. Oh, I love her. I love her F there. Like the forte you find in musical shits. Kalalaili. Okay, I never heard this one. Laili, yes, but Kalalaili is maybe some sort of species. Krause's skiing. Oh, you like skiing? That's unexpected. So Cyrus, you're 6 feet. You're 180. Okay, I have to admit, I didn't expect you were this tall, and his flower is Snapdragon. I guess. I mean, Snapdragon is the kind of flower that there's a skull in it. If you look at the right angle at the right time, is this a sort of signing that you're going to die first, or at least at some point in the story you're going to die? So Lila, September the 9th, watching sports. What sports that you don't like? I mean, if you count chess as not a sport, that's interesting. Dalmatians, like the species of the dog or something? I have no idea what this was to mean. Oh, you love chocolate ganache. And Missy Vesper. I was almost to call her Missy Viper. So height 170, birthday November 13, magic tricks and honeybees. Trains? You don't like trains? Oh, why? That's something completely random. Okay, so everyone here comes from every kind of academy, so different academies except for Pandora here. She's homeschooled, and yeah, she's the only one that's is homeschooled. August the 10th, talking wall fountain pens. Overthinking plastic. Okay, way to go then. Terminus white. Ooh, I love your signature. So simple, but yet so classy. Like, I love everyone's signature in here. I mean, I love Art's signature, especially the A one. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. Wait, my sound suddenly only appeared from one side, only for my left. Right. Okay. Undeterred by the horrifying announcement, Lyle left the atrium in an almost giddy manner. A smirk painted his face in stark contrast to our own astonished expressions. So we're stuck in this weird luxury mansion for 7 days, huh? But 7 days anyway. It shouldn't be too hard not to kill anyone during that time, right? We've made it this far. Art chuckled nervously, but the fact that such an inexplicable requirement like that existed in the first place was difficult to come to terms with. One very simple rule: kill a fellow student without getting caught. What kind of awful rule was that? Please don't joke about the matter. Don't lose your head so hastily. I noticed the announcement rules didn't outright state that we necessarily needed to kill anyone to begin with. Perhaps Lyle is onto something regarding the ARG angle. Besides, the risk isn't nearly pressing enough to encourage such drastic action. Despite the loophole Missy mentioned, the pressure of a killing game being presented loomed over us, crushing whatever sense of comfort we initially had. There's no use for us to be glaring at each other in silence. We ought to continue this mentioned investigation. She shook off the terrible feeling and went on her way to search once more. Investigate? How could she ask such a thing after something so scary just happened? Being able to stay composed at a time like this, Missy isn't easily shaken, huh? Which is nothing to say about Lyle, who is excited. With nothing left to do, we departed from the atrium. But the voice continued to haunt me as I left the room behind. That awful cackle rang in my ears, filling me with dread. Upon leaving the atrium, the others dissolved into their own disoriented thoughts. With the foyer door barring any chance of exit, all we could do was wait. All we could do was wait for tomorrow, wherein tomorrow the real fun will begin. The so-called game with an odd emphasis on ultimate students. What horrible thing could possibly be in store for us? I felt like I was being suffocated by the decorated walls and furniture, the decorated students and their achievements. I wonder what will happen if, for the next 7 days, we don't, when we go to day 8 or the final day, we ended up not killing each other. So what will happen to day 8 then? Then I guess everyone will get executed. What had I gotten myself into? Oh, we're back again. I followed close to Ashley as we drifted away from the atrium, dragging my feet through the hallways. Echo, are you okay? I don't know. Some announcement, huh? Yeah, I'm still reeling from being surrounded by students with super talents. Right. But honestly, I'm just really worried about you. Me? Yeah, the whole killing game seems to center around the ultimate title stuff, so I hope you're not dragged into it. That's really good foreshadowing there, game. Okay, I want to look. How tall is Ashley once again? 182? What? She is as tall as me? Oh. I wonder how old she is. Okay, so yeah, let's go back. So I hope you're not dragged into it. Echo, you don't need to worry about me. I'm a lot tougher than you think. I've fallen off my horse more times than I can count, but I just get up and get back in the saddle. I can't help it. It might be a fluke or some kind of cruel joke, but what if it's not? Sorry, I know there's no use to making myself sick with worry. No, don't fret about that. It makes sense. This strange situation will make anyone nervous, but look, I'm not going anywhere. If anything happens to me, I'm not going down without a fight. And you're my best friend. I don't think being friends with a little warrior is any trouble at all. Ashley tried to reassure me multiple times that she wasn't going to get wrapped up in this absurd killing game, but despite her stubbornness, my heart sank further and further into darkness. Knowing such a game was thrusted upon us in the first place was too awful to bear. I didn't want Ashley to reassure me that she wasn't going to die. I wanted to hear that the killing game wasn't real at all. Ash, would you mind if I had some time alone? I'm still feeling overwhelmed. Oh, of course, I understand. In that case, I'll take some time to explore the mansion a little more. I'll always be around if you need. I'll always be around if you need anything. Take care, Echo. Ashley departed for the study and I went back to my personal room. I guess this is supposed to be the moment where we do free time events. I guess we're supposed to be in chapter 1 because the prologue just ended there. Well, that's what I think it is. It was all too much. I threw myself on the bed and let my body slowly sink into the comforter as I sank into my thoughts. I went over the events of the supposed vacation in my head. I woke up in an unknown room with nothing in my possession, and in a panic threw the door open to my best friend Ashley Westbridge, the ultimate jockey. That's right. She's the ultimate jockey. Yeah, I'm quite surprised the wrong answer there is actually pretty close to the correct answer. Usually in Danganronpa, the answer can be way off. Sorry, the wrong answer can be way off. She's the ultimate jockey. Supposedly won 84% of her races, whatever that meant. Regardless, she neglected to tell me of such thing during our friendship. Ashley and I teamed up to explore what we discovered to be a mansion. After meeting a handful of students, we discovered 9 out of 10 of them had something called an ultimate talent. There is someone who doesn't have one. Who doesn't have an ultimate talent? Yeah, that's us, Echo Pine. That's right. Within our group, I discovered I was the only one without some sort of ultimate talent. I want to speculate that perhaps I had no memory of such a thing, but in all honesty, I wasn't even able to list any interesting memories pertaining to an ultimate talent. I was in a state of disarray. After being overwhelmed by the immense talent everyone encompassed, I felt an urge to escape. I ran into the foyer's main doors and in the foyer I was electrocuted. That's right. Upon grabbing the door handle, a shock was sent through me, causing me to pass out. I lost consciousness and woke up some time later in Forte's room. After the shock, the rest of the students became concerned. Our group split up the next morning and searched the mansion for any signs of a trap. In the middle of the search, we were summoned to the second floor atrium. There, we heard some horrific news. The horrible news was we're part of a killing game. We're not real. Okay, that's a hilarious answer. That's right. A strange announcement informed us that we were to be trapped here for 7 days, and the means of escape was to kill someone. Not to mention, the real fun will begin tomorrow. It was all so strange, almost unreal. No, I wish it were unreal. I just want to go back home. I want to go back to the comfort of complacency and knowing my place. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Before I knew it, I had fallen asleep, lost in my thoughts. Oh, there you go. That's chapter 1. Jean-Pierre Rousseau. Oh, that's a euro. That's some cheese there. I'm gonna have to take a look for a closer analysis. I opened my eyes. The clock on my bedside table read 12 o'clock. Oh, I must have dozed off a little. Why can't this weird situation just be a dream already? I stared blankly around at my personal room. I guess I could take a walk to get rid my mind off things. I guess this is where we will do free time events, or is it like 12 o'clock in the night? I made my way to the foyer and sighed again. The grandiose foyer was empty, making me feel smaller against its elaborate decor. I dawdled around for a spell, thinking of what to do when I heard a small conversation in the dining hall. Have a look at this. Oh, Pandora, huh? It was Pandora and Say. I paused at the doorway. It seemed they were in the middle of something. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, it's lovely. The engraving is just immaculate. My sister gave it to me ages ago. I was wondering if you liked it. Huh? Why me? Were you wanting something in return? Nothing of the sort. I was thinking, as a watchmaker, you must have a rich eye for detail. I believe you could give this piece the care it needs. I don't know. If it's a gift from your sister, wouldn't you want to keep it? I'm afraid I can't quite put it to good enough use. I cherish it, but if someone else can appreciate it more often than I, where am I to keep it away from her? Oh, I'll try to take care of it. Thank you. Even after a pressing situation made itself known, it seemed like Pandora still wanted to get along with everyone, even the most timid person, some way or another. I left them alone. I stepped back into the center of the foyer. I wonder how everyone else is doing. Oh, free time events? Okay, so we are like 12 o'clock in the night, so... Oh, there's Missy there. Oh, Forte. Who's upstairs? So, Canon and Lyle, we have no idea. I guess we have to find them, or we can't do free time events with them. So, oh, we can actually. I wonder what Lyle is up to. Yeah, I'll do for everyone later on. Oh? I wandered the first and second hallways in search of Lyle, but failed to find him. I guess he's off solving the killing game puzzle. Better let him get to it. Oh, okay, that's not allowed. So I guess we have no idea where they are, and therefore we can't have free time events. So there's Ark, there's Cyrus. Maybe talk to Ashley once again. I wonder how Ash is doing. Hey Echo,
I was just reading about this painter named Marcel Osterzone. Apparently people think very highly of their work. Would you like to see? I learned about a Renaissance painter thanks to Ashley. So, how are you feeling? I'm feeling a bit better. I took a walk to clear my head a little. Glad to hear it. The last thing I would want is for you to get all worked up. Ash, I'm curious. How did you hear about the preservation project? Huh? I heard about it word of mouth. I have some ultimate talent college that were talking about the preservation project. So I signed up for it along with my friend, the ultimate race car driver. Wow, jockey and a race car driver? That's a pretty high stakes tag team. Well, you know how it goes. Birds of a feather flock together. But I can't help but wonder whether or not he made it in. I'm sure he did. He is probably just in a different group. Maybe. It's just, last I spoke with him, we got in a huge fight. Ashley didn't seem to talk. I forgot to speak English. Ashley didn't seem to want to talk anymore. Sorry if I brought up something painful. No, it's okay. Fights happen when people are close. It's just a fact of life, I suppose. We've had our fair share of spats, but have usually worked through them. Remember when I dropped your mug? I still have that mug. You worked pretty hard to mend it together in that kintsugi fashion, although it's a little too awkward to drink out of. Okay, I have no idea what kintsugi fashion is supposed to mean. I'm going to look it up later on. I knew it was your favorite, so I did my best. Thanks, Echo. I appreciate what you're trying to say. Don't worry about my silly fight. I'll get over it. I said goodbye and let her have some time alone. Oh, we can explore everyone, I guess? So, let's see where Canon is. Let's see if Canon's in any mood to talk. I guess he's in the HQ once again. Oh. I looked up and down the halls but couldn't find Canon anywhere. I guess she's in her personal room. I made my way over to her listed personal room in the living quarters and knocked lightly. Canon? There was no response on the other end. Either she was out being difficult to find, or she didn't want to be bothered. Whatever the case, I move on. Okay, so I guess both of them are in their room sleeping, I guess because it's 12 o'clock in the night. Yeah, let's see how Art is doing. I wonder if Art is okay. Okay. Echo! Wanna see how high I can climb? Safety first though, of course. I watched Art struggle with the ropes and harnesses before giving up on the idea of climbing altogether. So weird. What's on your mind? This game thing. That announcement said it was a game, but it's not a very fun premise. You know what I'm saying? A huge mansion or whatever, just for the 10 of us to play a killing game. It seems, I don't know, expensive? What do you mean? This place is huge. I would have thought maybe more people will be involved by the looks of it. Not that I want a lot of people to play a killing game. You say a lot of people, but are Ultimate students really so common? Yes and no? I'm familiar with Ashley's name only because I pay attention to the sport, but I know zilch about photography. I think you just have to be in the right circles. And to put it in perspective, there are billions of people on the planet. It only seems like a lot of Ultimate students in this moment since we're all gathered up. That's true. Well, at least you don't have to worry about all this Ultimate talent stuff. It's tiring sometimes. art felt unusually for a spell. Oh, I don't know how to. I didn't. That's the text goes way too fast there. Anyway, doesn't look like I can figure out this climbing business. Catch you later. Art gave me a quick nod as he shipped out of the climbing center. Oh, we go to Spiral and meet Cyrus, I guess? I mean, he's the only one left in this floor. I look for Cyrus. So, let's see. Hello, Eiko. Have you come to relax for a bit in the spa? Feel free to join me. I settled in with Cyrus for a relaxing moment. Cyrus, what do you know about the preservation project? Oh, just about as much as any other student who signed up. It's a group that protects ultimate students from extreme natural disaster. To preserve humanity's future, it's presumed that that is their goal, as their name implies. Oh, don't tell me you're going to be the next Rantaro for this one. Huh, that's as much as I know too. It will be unfortunate to lose people who will benefit the world, right? That makes sense. What do you think of all this? I sigh. This scenario we found ourselves it feels like the very opposite of saving ultimate students. It's terrible, building excitement and hopes of safety only to crush those feelings in a messed up game. I could not wrap my head around the idea. A more than reasonable observation, it's cruel, isn't it? But most of all, I was still confused as to why and how I found myself here. In that case, what do you think of the others? Huh? What about them? Well, our associates all found their way here for some reason or another. Isn't that right? No one would want to join a killing game voluntarily, that much is obvious, but say that the former were true, that they joined to become part of humanity's future. Pandora seems keen on the idea that our talents can induce worldly benefits and change. Do you think such a thing could happen? I suppose so. Why not? Cyrus chuckled faintly. Why not? How optimistic. Oh, yeah, I guess it might be a lot of hope from the scenario we're in. No, it's good. It's good of you to maintain the spirit that anything is possible. Cyrus flashed a pleasant smile again before reclining back on the spa chair in silence. After a bit, I saw myself out as Cyrus continued to enjoy his time in the spa. Okay, so I guess only Forte and Missy again. Yeah, let's see what Forte did. Forte is probably in the theater. Welcome to the stage, Echo. I was just admiring the selection of props backstage. Would you like to try some? I awkwardly tried on some hats and masks with Forte. This killing game can't be our reality, can it? Excuse me, just thinking out loud. That's okay, I was wondering the same thing. I mean, the preservation project. What am I saying? They can't be related. Surely the group has been infiltrated and is pulling a horrible prank. Though, I can't say I enjoy the perpetrator's flavor of humor. What is the preservation project anyway? It's a group that provides safe housing for ultimate students, protecting them from extreme natural disasters. It had a reputation for taking in small groups of students at a time, since the news of it was passed along solely by word of mouth. Once enough students signed up, a number of them were let in. In our case, it seems the message got the 10 of us. Word of mouth? Yes, a lot of the ultimate students often flock together in small communities within their area, since they're often outcast by the average people. I personally heard it when they acquired the ultimate radio host to help spread the message to my community. I can recall with clarity, his voice was boisterous and engaging, not unlike that strange announcer. Despite that,
it was a modest arrangement overall, there seems to be a constrained effort not to spread the word far and wide, which is strange considering the varying range of students and talents around the world. Wouldn't you think the group would extend this offer to more ultimates? I guess it does feel a little deliberate. Listen to me jawing away. Don't mind my pedantic thoughts, just trying to make sense of this is all. Forte quieted down as he continued to inspect the costumes backstage. Ultimate communities. I thanked Forte for spending time with me and left the theater. Okay, last but not least, free time with Missy Vesper. I'll go talk to Missy. Back in the foyer once again. I can't sit still knowing there are questions to be answered. Would you like to join me in investigation? I helped Missy search every corner of the foyer, to no avail. That was kind of a heavy sigh. Are you okay? I'm not immune to the pressure of the situation we have found ourselves in, and I must confess something. If you allow me to talk aloud for a moment, I intended to join the preservation project as part of their operating group. Since I heard about it, I thought my skill would prove useful. Really? What are you thinking about it now? I'm convinced the group must have been infiltrated. The group is known for bringing in many talents from around the world. For starters, I know the Preservation Project's safe house was a large building with many wings for each group of ultimate students. The groups are divided by the window of time students sign up. In our case, we all sign up with a relatively close time frame, creating a group of 10. The individual groups are often offered a class project to work on together, utilizing all the unique skills in their pool. These projects apparently have varying results, given the fact that each group may or may not be composed of incompatible talents. Regardless, the end product are usually very unique. Wow, that sounds interesting. Certainly, it would have been an amusing and challenging experience to participate as well. But alas, other ultimate students, huh? I let Missy continue investigating in peace. I guess that's pretty much everyone then. And I think that's pretty much everyone. I learned a little bit more about this preservation project and how the others found their way to this place. Despite that, I was still left pondering my purpose here. Perhaps you're like the ultimate lucky student, I guess. You managed to get here by using lottery, just like how Makoto Negi does, but you just don't remember about it. After spending some time with my fellow classmates, I habitually wandered back to my personal room. But upon entering, I realized I didn't have any personal effects with which to pass the time, so I stepped right back out into the hall to see if anyone wanted to socialize. Incidentally, I came across Sei and Canon on their way from the foyer in the halls. Hey, Sei, Canon, I was about to go to the dining hall. Did you want to come? We just left the dining hall. Oh, I see. We stood in silence for half a minute. Well, this is getting awkward. Well, I should go. Sei shuffled off, leaving me and Canon to fill the empty air. She went right back out to the foyer to who knows where. Huh? Sei's personal room is right here. Maybe she wants to spend time in one of the activity rooms. Maybe. The conversation came to a stalemate. I'm just being cautious. Canon turned and withdrew to her personal room. I let out a deep breath I didn't know I was holding in. Kanon tires me out. I guess Kanon is supposed to be the kirigiri of this Danganronpa? Well, let's just see about that. I guess we are going back to our bedroom. Oh no, we're going to the dining hall. I made my way to the dining hall, running into Ashley along the way. We greeted each other in a rather unusual manner before sitting down with the other students who had already settled in for a meal. Wait. Ah, Echo and Ashley, feel free to join us. We were just starting. How have you been faring this morning? Ah, I'm feeling much better, thank you. Pleased to hear it. Missy sat at the head of the table. Art and Cyrus sat across from each other, with Ashley sitting next to Cyrus. I shuffled in, sitting next to Art and across from Ashley. Man, what kind of class only has 5 students? One that has been disillusioned by a strange game, apparently. Yes, it's a little disheartening to see only half of our group gathered here. Well, it isn't strictly required that we all have dinner together. I saw Say and Kanon in passing. They must have had their share already and were on their way out. Say's a pretty shy girl, so I can understand perhaps she didn't want to be around a large group of people. And Kanon, she's awfully mysterious. Oh, that's what we want first. And Kanon, she's awfully mysterious. Well, there's no use wondering about them. They can do whatever they please, so we shouldn't question their actions. Even if they're suspicious? And for that matter, doesn't the killing game frighten any of you? I voiced the questions that had been ruling my thoughts. I mean, there's no one capable of that sort of thing, is there? My questions was met with silence. Echo, I understand that you might be afraid right now, but it won't do you any good to worry. You're only going to run yourself ragged, thinking about the frightful possibilities. Yeah, Missy's right. It's just some dumb announcement out of nowhere, so what's the threat? Precisely. We shouldn't make ourselves sick with anxiety from something that hasn't invoked any consequences. Plus, if this were a killing game, why would they give us such nice amenities? Well, why not just throw us in a creepy locked building? Won't that pressure us further into killing each other? To escape an unknown, scary building? I wonder. Regardless, we shouldn't dwell on the specifics of something so mysterious and harmless. Let us enjoy each other's company and the fixings of this mansion to its fullest. Thank you for the encouraging words, Missy. Missy won't get shook up. She's the definition of keeping it cool. With the atmosphere lighten up, we continued our dinner with lively chatter. I was thankful to have such positive energies surrounding me. I guess we will do another free time events. After dinner, we all departed to wrap the evening with our own activities. Ashley and I walked over to the living quarters to rest for the evening. But before we went to our respective rooms, Ashley pulled me over to the end of the living quarters hallway. Ash, what's up? Echo, I've been thinking, and I don't know how to say this. This killing game, it has me really worried. An ultimate battle royale? Just saying that is ridiculous. It has to be some kind of team ARG or with elaborate plank. It has to be some kind of team RNG. I kept saying RNG all the time. It has to be some kind of team ARG or weird elaborate prank. I was kidding around, but Ashley remains still with a serious demeanor. Well, you're here, aren't you? How else would you explain your high school plaque on your personal room door? Huh? Sure, it's a little strange, but that could mean anything. I was probably just mistaken for a different student at my high school. You know what I think it means? It means I was right. Echo, being involved with me only results in ultimate levels of trouble. This game that's specifically curated for ultimate students managed to gain a collateral student participant simply by association. Me. Ash, what are you saying? I don't want you to worry about me. Yes, I can protect myself, but it's more than that. I remember that night, the night you dropped me off after we had dinner. You couldn't walk me to my house. I did in fact make it to the house in one piece, but when I looked back out of the street, I noticed something strange. I saw smoke. It was coming from the direction you dropped me off, so I assumed the worst. I wanted to run out there and see what happened but the only thing I remembered after that was a sharp pain and then black. Right, I must have been a target of something. Someone must have subdued and captured me, and at the time, you as well. Whoever did this, it seemed they wanted to cover all their bases, which meant if you saw anything that night, you had to be taken also. I trembled at the thought. The problem was I didn't see a thing happen that night. Echo, I can protect myself, but I want you to keep your distance so whatever happens to me doesn't come to harm you as well. How could you say that? We were best friends. I can't abandon you at a time like this. I need you to let me alone. It's for your own safety. It hurts me to even think about it, but I don't want you to be in danger just because of your relation to me as a close friend. I couldn't believe what was happening. Ashley's face was painted with remorse. She only wanted to keep me safe, but in return, it meant that we need to be apart. Ashley gave me one last hug before retiring to her room for the night. Ashley. I hung my head in despair. Why did this have to happen? I clenched my fist in frustration. I pounded the wall, trying to process everything, when I heard a gentle voice. I'm so sorry for what just happened. Oh, is it you, Pandora? I twirled around to find the source of the voice a few paces behind me. Yeah, it was Pandora. Her voice was barely a whisper. Pandora, you heard our conversation? I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was only nearby because I wanted to talk to you privately. Me? Yes, I was wondering, does this message mean anything to you? Oh, Kuma, I have no idea what that is. I didn't read too much about it. It's all small text, and yeah. Pandora pulled a small piece of paper out of her apron pocket. The note had two small symbols in it, along with some text. If you recognize one of the symbols depicted, then you have finally found me and are safe. Please do not speak of this note's existence. Trust no one but yourself. Upon closer inspection, the symbols were similar to the ones the announcement showed. What does this mean? Do you recognize either of them? Can't say that I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was confused by the contents of the note, so I was hoping someone could help me. I think Missy is the one that can help you the most, Pandora. In particular, I was wondering what the note meant by "you are safe." Based on what's shown on the note itself, the two symbols could be of interest. It seems like there could be someone here who might be connected to whoever is controlling the announcement. Basically, there might be a spy. I thought the same, but I wish the implication weren't so. Where did you find that?
It was in my apron pocket since I woke. I don't know how it got here. I don't recall putting anything like this in my pockets. She tucked the note away back in her apron pocket. However, that wasn't really what I wanted to talk to you about. Huh? I wanted to say, I feel like you're a very special person. I can't really explain it. I can't really explain it, but I feel a strong aura about you. Thank you? She smiled and went on. Echo, you might think being an ultimate student is some kind of extravagant existence, but you forget there is beauty in the ordinary as well. Even if we do have ultimate talents, we're still regular people just like you. Waking up with bad heads, something showing up late to our appointments. We're just a little more preoccupied with one particular thing than most others. Thank you, Pandora. Pandora managed to quell a bit of the worry in my heart. But it's a pity. What happened between you and Ashley? I don't know what to think anymore. One moment Missy is telling me not to believe a word the announcement says, and another moment Ash is cutting ties with me in a firm belief of the danger of the game. What am I supposed to do? Oh, you gotta help her. You gotta help her, Echo. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad sign. You gotta help her. You gotta have to talk to her. You gotta have to look out for her. I felt my throat begin to choke. Oh, très désolé, Echo. I don't think it's my place to say. However, this is but a bump in the road. Ashley will always be your friend, no matter what. And it may be difficult to determine what's in store for us ahead, so we must keep our faith and live on one moment at a time. The lights started to dim as Pandora smiled at me one last time. Nighttime. It is now 9 a.m. Nighttime will begin at 10 p.m. Facilities will be closed until 7 a.m. the next morning. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Oh dear, it looks like the nighttime has come. Well then, bonne nuit, Echo. And please don't tell anyone about this note. I don't want to cause any unnecessary trouble. I feel like this note is the key to the many mysteries of this place. I nodded. The note was odd, but I could not find it in me to outright doubt Pandora. Good night to you, Pandora. We both returned to our personal rooms to pass over the night. Returning to my room, I made myself comfortable and slipped into bed. I stared blankly at the dim ceiling, letting my mind wander aimlessly through the news I learned today. But nothing really stuck. Words and conversation and thoughts flew by as I let my heavy eyes close. The one thought that pervaded the others was, what will be waiting for us tomorrow? Oh, you fell asleep again. You dozed off. Yeah. Before I knew it, I had fallen into a deep sleep. Oh, I guess something bad is going to happen tomorrow. Day 3. So already almost reaching the halfway point, so I guess this is the time where someone dies. I opened my eyes to the now familiar colors of the room. I looked at the clock on my bedside table. 7:28. I turned off the alarm before it rang and steadily got out of bed. Only 2 days had passed, yet I found myself beginning to acclimate to the sleep schedule. I splashed my face with cold water, the icy sting challenging my nerves for a sharp awakening. Wait, you haven't taken baths until now?
I guess that's right, we haven't took a bath or something. Is the bathroom didn't have any, shower or something? Or bathtub? I wonder if anyone is in the dining hall for breakfast yet. Yeah, the morning alarm hasn't been announced yet, so... I made my way to the dining hall, stopping in the foyer for a moment to gaze at the mysterious electrifying doorway. I guess we are going to look at the door again. Oh no, we are going to the dining hall. In the dining hall were a few early risers just starting breakfast. Good morning. Good morning, Echo. Please help yourself. I made some muffins with citrus today. Hopefully it'll energize you. Nothing like a hearty, satisfying breakfast to start the day. Oh, rolling with the same crew as last night, except I guess Ashley was switched in for Pandora? My heart hurt when Art mentioned Ashley. Pandora must have noticed and sat close to me. Here, I made lemon squares just for you. Here, I made lemon squares just for you. Ashley told me in passing you like lemon. She did? So Ashley was still looking out for me. Thanks, Pandora. Can you tell her thank you for me as well? Of course. We continue our leisurely breakfast as we all shook off the night's slumber. No one else came in during the length of our stay in the dining hall, however. Are we about to go into the atrium once again? Oh. It is now 9 AM. Please assemble in the second floor atrium for a special announcement. After the announcement ended, I mechanically started off to get up from my seat when Art lovely kicked his feet up on the table. No way! Art leaned back in his chair and pouted. We are not going to listen to your creepy announcement, you hear? He waggled his finger aimlessly at the ceiling. I wonder what happens if we refuse to assemble. Do we want to test this passive protest? Why not? I'm curious as well. Hey, isn't this dangerous? I agree, it might be risky. The only risk so far has been from what Echo actively tried to escape. The past 48 hours have been nothing but casual to us. However, after a moment of silence, the painting above the fireplace switched to the announcement emblem. It was the killing game announcer. So, welcome to day 3. So it plays regardless. I sat down and allowed the announcement to disrupt our morning. Are you all comfortable? Having a nice breakfast? Having fun sleeping in? That's great to hear. Today we'll be reviewing some general rules relative to our lovely killing game. They are as follow. 1. Student will enjoy an idyllic lifestyle within the gym walls for a duration of 7 days. 2. Activity amenities are open from 9 AM to 7 PM. 3. Breaking major assets, kitchen refrigerator, theater light, etc. is strictly prohibited. 4. At the end of 7 days, whoever survives is awarded the ultimate prize. 5. To expedite the process toward the ultimate prize, one must kill a fellow student without getting caught. I wonder what will happen in the ultimate prize though. As I said earlier, do we all get executed if no one decided to kill each other? And to get the ball rolling each morning, a special music will be provided to exercise your mind. Today's fourth motive question is: Are your talents a true representation of who you are? Who are you beyond your talent? Chew upon these brain-teasing inquiries as you all carry on with your communal lives. And whoever actually went to the atrium gets an additional special gift. Yeah, I know. No one wants to go to the second floor just to hear an announcement. That's what speakers are for, after all. So whoever followed the rules got a little something something, if you know what I mean. Finally, if there's no end by the day's end, there will be serious repercussion. You all will suffer the consequence and be executed as a group for failing to participate in the game. Yeah, I was right after all. We are all getting executed if we don't kill each other. Check out your bracelets. They all contain a little dose of complex 53, just enough to knock you into the next life in less than a minute. Huh? I flip my bracelet over to see a small vial of clear liquid attached to a control chip. Our bracelets had these things the whole time? But that's just a last resort. I don't really want to use it unless you really all bore me. So come on, you all, make it happen. The bizarre announcement cut out and the painting returned to its original form. So, the thing they're giving us to motivate murder is a question. And threat of a clear liquid that is proclaimed to be a deadly toxic gas. As far as I know, such a chemical by the name Complex 53 doesn't exist. Is this supposed to be a Danganronpa V3 reference here? It might just be water like a prop or something, and to release it only at the end of the day if nothing happens? I don't know, it seems kinda weak. I furrow my brow. I recalled what Missy said yesterday, that the risk wasn't high enough to do something drastic. A question was hardly raising the bar, not to mention a small vial of liquid. As for the other provided motive, as it were, I don't understand. Are we meant to discuss the question with each other? Perhaps, unless anyone has any skeletons in the closet, I believe it's only fair to share our thoughts on the subject. I sheepishly ducked my head, but Missy caught me. Echo, why don't you lead us in our discussion? You are the most qualified, since you sit in a rather grey area when it comes to ultimate talents. Which isn't to say you are not included, but I think you have the most neutral viewpoint that is appropriate for judgment. Sure, if you say so. If you don't want to, it's not necessary. It's alright, I have to admit, I'm pretty curious now. Well, let's see what everyone has to say. Oh, okay, so maybe we start with art first, because we will start from the alphabetical order. But yeah, I don't know how far we are going to this. I don't know how long. I'm pretty sure it's already at over 1 hour. So yeah, I'm going to end it here, just to be the case if anything goes really far. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, I've made my mind. Yeah, that is going to be the end of this particular episode. I know that it isn't, nothing happens for the 2 episodes, which is kind of disappointing, to be honest. I hope it will be getting really exciting once we go into the next part on episode 3. But until then, thank you so much for watching. This is Aljoy Galcones signing it off, and I'll see you in the next episode of Danganronpalapse, or in the next videos, I suppose. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.